Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first edition of the Vast Podcast with my great host, a writer, entrepreneur, a hustler. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Dimitra Kittles, everyone. Welcome. We had a
Thank
little technical
you.
difficulties, but we got through it.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for having me.
How you doing today? Everything's good?
I'm doing well. Thank you. How about yourself?
I can't complain. Got a lot of projects ahead of me, but that's how we do it on Embrace the Power production and stuff
Okay.
like that. Where are you from?
Well, originally I'm from Jersey City,
Hmm.
New Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl,
All right,
but
all right.
I'm here in Florida now. I've been here for some time now.
Oh, same here. I'm from New York as well, but I've been here for a while. I'm a Floridian slash New Yorker Dominican. That's how we go.
Yeah, kind of same thing going on. So I'm an African
Yeah, same
American,
thing.
but
I got
yeah,
you.
I've been here for a while, so I have adopted. Well, I guess Florida has adopted me. So yeah.
I mean, when I first got here, it was weird, but it is what it is now. I'm used to the heat. I love the pools. I love the beach. Let's go. I love
Wait,
resorts.
let me tell you. Let me just tell you this story, right? When I first
Yeah.
came, I was in Daytona. So I came down and I had, it was like the early 90s. So I had my baggy jeans, I had my 54 leathers, I had every color, I had my Timberlands, I had all my little hairdo from, Harlem, the braids and everything going on. And my friend came over and I was like, I cannot get with this. Everybody got these big stacked ponytails and they have these big platform shoes. I'm out here with my Reeboks on and this, that. 1 week, Mike, 1 week. My hair was about this high. My
Ooh.
shoes, I had the stacked shoes. I adapted that fast. That fast, I was like, I
And
can
it does that.
I'm looking like this. I got to figure out how to, move in this crowd. And
You gotta adapt.
it flipped me over so fast. And then when I go back home, people be like, "What is that?" Don't even worry about it. This is what I'm doing now. This is what I'm doing.
Hey, nothing wrong. I seen your IG. You poolside in it. Everything. Loving it. Living the life. I gotta loving it. It's only one life. We gotta keep it moving.
I know that's right.
So, as I was introducing you, you are a ghostwriter, a person that writes books, which we're going to share in a few minutes. But tell me, what inspired you to do that?
Well, I've been writing for a long time because I guess when I was a kid, I was raised in my grandma's house, so I had uncles and my uncles and my aunts were there, but I didn't have any brothers and sisters or whatever, anyone my age. So I used to just write, and I used to have my own imaginary village, my friends or whatever, and I would write, and I didn't realize how well I was writing until I wrote something for my school. It was actually about the Statue of Liberty. And back then, the Statue of Liberty, was given the name Liberty Enlighten the World. And I wrote all about the Statue of Liberty and, the reason why we have it and where it's located. And although New York claims it's in Jersey, but,
Yeah.
that type of thing. So that's when I realized how good I was with writing, and I just stuck with it. I have written myself out of some dark places, so I
Mm.
enjoy writing.
And I think that's where it leads to the glass slipper. Let's try that one because
Mhm.
that one I read a little bit of the introduction in the back cover, of course, and that was pretty. You want to explain to us what was going on there?
Well, I think growing up, at this time when I was growing up, the Cinderella story wasn't really for me.
Mm.
I didn't see anybody dancing to that tune or expecting that kind of life. It was all like, oh, I used to have friends that'll say, oh, you'll never be able to do that, or we'll never be able to do that. That was almost like a mentality, which was really crazy to me. And that's
Mm.
what led me to venture out so early. I was out of Jersey by like almost 18, not even 18 as of yet, because I knew it was a bigger world out here. And it's just like there's no way in the world that we talk about God and we talk about this big old world and it's not for me. You know what I mean? It has to be for me too somewhere. And that's where I came up with where's my glass slipper? Why can't I have the Cinderella story? That type of thing. So yeah, it's real interesting. Oh, there it is.
There it
Yeah,
is, everyone. On Amazon, of course. On Amazon support. Oh man, so good, good. And you also ghostwrite? I mean, do you do
I do.
movies? So
I
what's up with
do.
that?
I ghostwrite, and the whole point of ghostwriting is not to reveal who you're writing for, but I probably ghostwrite for some of your favorite authors out there. And people have added their own flavor onto some things that I have, written. I screenwrite as well. I sold a couple, but I haven't had the ability to actually produce one, and that's my dream, is to produce one of my screenplays. Um, I don't know. It's people come to me with projects, and it's like it's not anything that you can ask me to write about that I haven't even lived or know something about it or know someone that knows something about it. It's like, you know how it is when you come from up north. You kind of know a little bit of everything. It's almost
Yeah.
like, it's like somebody come on a block and like, yeah, you seen Tim? Which Tim? You don't really know Tim, but you know of Tim. Oh, he got that car.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
type of thing. So yeah, I do that. I get into, I'm writing songs now, so I'm gonna put those out
Oh,
there and
okay.
see if I can have those picked up as well.
Yeah, I used to be in music back in the day, Dimensional Sound Productions. What's up, guys? And stuff like that. Did a lot of shows locally in Tampa, so forth. So yeah, I understand the music biz. It's a rough one, but hey, if you're good, you're good. You can make it happen.
Yeah, I'm not really a singer. Well, I'll sing in karaoke now, but I'm not a singer. But but I can write some. I can put some words together.
Okay, okay. So you got talent all across the board.
I try. God has been good to me. I can't even complain.
Correct, correct. Okay, so I had another question. I was looking at the token one, two, three. What's going on with this? Like, is that like a series, a mini series, or what's going on?
Let me
I
tell you,
love
Token.
covers are nice too.
Token, that's my baby. When I tell you Token, it's like it's that story is a story that it's what we want to call the girlfriend story. So it's a
Mm,
story about the girls who grew up together. They were in the city, in a big city, wasn't from the burbs, but you couldn't tell them it wasn't the burbs. They had everything. Just like it says in the book. We had pastors that prayed for us, teachers that taught us, dealers on the corner that fed us. It was like one big family. You know what I mean? When you growing up in those areas, and it's nothing creepy, nothing anything. Back then, it wasn't. I can't speak for everybody, and for now, for the things that's going on. But back then, when people seen you doing something wrong, it was like, hey, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Or go in the house, or your mother know you out here, or that
yeah,
type of
yeah.
thing. So when I thought about Token, I thought about what I wanted to write about, and I wanted to write about a story of a little girl whose addiction was to greed. Now with me, I lived some of it, but not a lot of it. I had an
Hmm.
addiction to greed as well. My addiction came from me not getting the things I wanted. So I will always have things, but it will always be what my grandmother or my mother wanted me to have. It wasn't what I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You grow up and they got you clean and they have you in the things that they want you in, but it's not what everybody else wearing,
For
you
you,
know,
yeah.
that type of thing. So that's where it
I
comes from,
I
the
got you. Yeah.
boosting and but it starts off as we used to have this store up there called Joyce Leslie's. I don't know if
Okay.
you remember Joyce Leslie's and
Mm-mm.
Jack's.
Nah.
And we had Jack's and
Jax, maybe. I think Jax. I think Jax.
yeah,
Okay.
Jack's was because Jack's was in the square in Newark and in Harlem. So yeah, we had this store and you would go in there and they would have like the little shirts and the little thing and you and your friends like, you getting purple? Yeah, I'm gonna get red. And you tuck it and then next thing you know, it just blows up. And then you go on next week, you're getting jeans, and you're getting, and that's how it happened. And as the story will tell you, as you know, you go on, the addiction and the need got greater. So then now you're going into illegal things, cashing checks, credit card fraud schemes, and because you realizing now when we start this journey, remind you that we're starting in about the 90s. So there wasn't all this camera stuff, it wasn't all of this tracking down. You try what's in token now and you'll be in jail in 2 minutes. Okay, but back then it wasn't like that. It was like it took them long to catch on to what was going on. So then you have the girls that's together, and you always have that crew where one wants to be better than the other, one think they look better than the other, one think they could do this better than the other, and that's how it is. And at the end of the day, you all started off as friends, but at the end you don't really know who your friends are. You know what I mean? As people start turning on each other, and it's all types of twists and turns in there, but it's a really, really good story. I enjoy it, and every time someone reads it, they call me like, "Oh my goodness, girl!" Like, so one girl called me and said, "I never knew that you got raped," and I was like, "Oh, can I say that on the R
Yeah,
word?"
yeah, you're good. We good.
And I said, "I didn't." And she said, "Well, the character in the book," I said, "That's not me. It's a character."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
That
you
type
you
of
keep you keep on moving with the characters on
yeah.
1, 2, 3. It's like a level of different characters, but yet combined with the same character as well.
Yeah, well, the beginning one starts with a girl named Token, and her name is synonymous to greed,
Okay.
Token. And what happens is she winds up going to prison, and then she teaches her little sister through the phone system how to be her. And she's not realizing that she's not even built like her. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So all the things that she's trying to teach her to do, she doesn't even really know. She's not street smart. She's really
mm,
book smart, but she's not street smart. So it left them in a lot of dark places because of her sister trying to build this animal. So much so that when she came home, she didn't even recognize her own sister. You know what I mean? Because she built an animal. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But it must take a lot of imagination for you to be dropping these books, these gems. So you just write it. I mean, what is the length of writing? Like a year? Does it take you to
It
to
just
really invest?
depends. It really depends. I think I've written my shortest one probably was written in 3 months or four
Okay.
months. But the thing is, I don't really go through the process of writing um like at one time. My thoughts are being written down every day. Like every day I write down what I want to touch on in a book,
Mhm.
and then when I'm ready to write it, I get that book and I start just going back on all my thoughts. And by the time you touch on one thing, that's a page or two right there. And you know what I mean? So that's I have this thing I used to teach these classes to the kids, and I would say, jot that down. Whatever you thinking, jot that down. And that's
Yeah.
my biggest thing. My pet peeve is I jot things down, and that's
Okay.
how I get it to, I just breathe life into it.
Okay. Okay. So what made you fall into the music now? Because you say you do music now. You ghostwrite.
Well,
Is that a new project? Hmm.
I'm not actually in the music. I'm just again, I'm good with putting
Ghostwrite.
words together. So
Yeah.
I can just like if I have something in my mind that I think that would be a good song about what's
Yeah.
going on that in that time, I just write it, and then somebody else has to put the music to it and the feeling to it, and you know they can make it theirs pretty much, but they
Mhm.
may not be a writer like I am. Like I said, I can
Correct.
put words together, but I can't put the melody in the tune. I can almost tell you how it should sound. You know what I mean? How I wanted to drag out the feeling that I feel when I'm writing it, but I can't tell you if if you feeling it that way. If you're not feeling that way, change the beat by all means. I just want you to get these words out.
Yeah. So sounds good, man. Oof. Hopefully you have a banger. You write somebody's platinum platinum song or something, or track, or pretty much choruses, hooks.
Yeah, I think I got a banger for Keisha Cole. I'm waiting for her. 'Cause
Oh, yo, you heard that? Keisha, let's go.
I think this will put her right back in the game. Right back in
Oh,
the game.
I
I'm
love it.
serious.
That's the confidence. So, what is your challenges? So, when you do all this stuff, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a businesswoman, because you do a business on the side.
A realtor.
a realtor. Like you got to sell these houses. What's going on?
Mhm.
And it ain't easy nowadays.
Yeah.
These numbers are going up. So, what is your challenge? Like, what drives you? What's going on? Like, you wake up, you're like, all right, girl, I gotta write this book. I gotta do this. I gotta take care of the kids. I gotta.
The funny thing is, I don't even
Mm.
think of it like that. I don't
It's
even look
natural.
at it like that. I don't even put restrictions on myself or anything. I'm like, if I get up and my drive is just to live life to the fullest at
Mm-hmm.
the best that I can. You know what I mean? So I'm hardly probably ever stressed because if I can't control it, it just won't be controlled. I mean, that's
There you
just it.
go.
You know what I mean? So I prioritize a lot. I let people know, this is what we're doing. This is where we can meet or whatever the case may be. I'm not running all around Florida.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This, that, and the third. This is the vicinity, and I'm what they call, because I work for my realtor, for my broker. I'm the relocation specialist. And the thing is, I think that because I've been here and I've had so much success with a lot of different things that I do, people, for some strange reason, believe me. Like if I say this is a good area, this is this or this,
Yeah.
that, they like, all right, all right. You know what I mean? So it's really not that challenging to me because I'm like, if you want to get out of New York or New Jersey or North Carolina or whatever, check this area right here out, or check that out or check this out. And they'll be like, oh, okay. And they'll see for themselves, I let them make the ultimate decision, but I just put things in people's hands. Like, and back to what we spoke about in the beginning, I make the impossible sound possible, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of it. It's just like, oh, I can't do this. Yes, you can, and I just give them pretty much the tools that can help
I
them
make
get.
it happen. Yeah. Yeah. I see. Like since I've been talking to you for a few minutes here, I see you have a very comfortable energy. You got a good little persona, a nice little. So I can see where that flows at. As you can see your energy right here on the screen. Just taking the questions, one at a time, and just chill. You ain't sweating under pressure, and that's good. And I
Yeah,
mean, that's big in real estate and a lot of business.
yeah. I
And stuff
think
like
that's the blessing
that.
that has been kind of like. But you know what? Again, that's from spending a lot of alone time by myself. When I was telling you, I was raised with my aunts and my uncles, and I was a child, so I had to
Yeah,
make my space and make my space comfortable. So I'm still to this day, like I could be by myself for a long time and I'll be okay. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
me too. That's funny.
So I think that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, you're right because a lot of people can't stay alone, and that's a little crazy. They got to be with somebody all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you doing tonight? Yo, well, you want what happened to your girlfriend? No, we ain't dating no more. Just you and me. I'm good by myself. I mean, I got a great family, but there's nothing wrong with brainstorming, being by
Yep.
yourself. Building your legacy and stuff like that. Talking about legacy. What are you trying to leave behind? You trying to do more books, or you trying to do movies, stuff like that? Because you're a writer. You about it.
I you know what? And I do, and I am trying to leave that legacy behind of writing. But before we
Mhm.
even talk about leaving it behind, I try to put it in front of them, like
Okay.
right
Okay.
now. You understand what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't want my children to be the children that picks up just because mommy is no longer here. I want them
Uh,
to be able to do exactly what they want to do. So I put things in front of them now. Like my 5-year-old has a book out as well, and she's teaching kids how important it is to eat their vegetables. You know what I mean? And
okay.
things of that nature. So
All right.
and again, that's just my thought process. I don't think about behind. I think about, moving forward and propelling. So I
Mhm.
put things in front of them now. So they already have it. They'll have it while I'm here. not necessarily when I'm gone.
Okay. Okay.
It's
All right.
easier for me to help and walk them through things while I'm here than to leave them something that they don't know what to do with when I'm gone.
That's true. That's true. So the final question is,
Okay.
I got to hear your opinion on this one here.
Okay.
What do you tell these young kids now? Like when we were young, I'm 46. I'm up there. And the way I grew up was different. The way these kids grew up, they're not hungry to me. You know what I'm saying? My opinion, guys. Okay, but what do you say to your young kids out there that want to make it happen and to not quit and stuff like that? What is your opinion on that?
Well, I'm a little up there too. I'm 49.
Hmm.
My thing with it, what I tell my own children, and I have a nonprofit organization as well.
Okay.
The Royal Purpose and from Princess to Queens, as I tell them all the time, is get comfortable with who you are. Learn yourself, because it's so hard to go out here and try to make people understand you when you don't even understand yourself. So I encourage them to learn themselves. What do you like? What do you want to do? Because I don't want you to be living in the shadows of, because your father wanted you to play ball or your father wanted you to do this, and that's not really what you want to do. And then you're not comfortable, or you're not confident, or you're always getting in trouble because you're trying to find a way out anyway. So my thing is, do what you love to do, and whatever that thing is, whatever that thing that you find that you want to do, breathe life into it. Pray on it. Meditate on it. Is so important
Yeah.
for us as human beings to be in touch with our inner selves. We need to know, who we are, because it's really hard to sell yourself to someone when you don't even know who you are.
Oh, that's a nice one. You hear that, everybody? You got to know yourself. Well, we are wrapping it up, everyone. I thank you for your time, Ms. Dimitra. I, these books, Amazon, where can they get it? Amazon, right?
Yeah, they can get them on
Uh,
Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million,
okay.
anywhere books are sold. You can
Okay.
contact me if there's anything that we spoke about or we touched on that you have a question about, or you want to get into writing. I do one-on-ones. I will share with you. I am not a gatekeeper. I will let you know
Ah,
how to get started in this business and tell your own story. Everybody has a
yeah.
story.
Yeah, everybody has a story, a journey, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, very unique person you are, and I hope to get you back on when you have some new material, adding onto your list of genres. And good luck on the ghostwriting. And I appreciate you coming on. And you got my number. You got hit me up if you got another show to do and express, or to even promote something. I
Thank you
appreciate
so
that,
much,
and
Mike.
thank you for
I
being the
appreciate
first
you.
guest. I appreciate that. Yes, 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 yes. We're gonna grow from here. But I appreciate that, and you have a nice day.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bye.